Well, this is our last live church website review of this series. If you haven't followed along, we have been going the last couple months, every Wednesday, been going through a different church website, giving my first impressions, walking through kind of an unpacking of the church website as I view the website for the first time, just like you do, as you're watching along, and giving some ideas, some things that I love, and maybe some ideas for how to improve a website too. Hopefully, as you're watching, you can take some of these ideas and implement it into your own church website as well. Well, hey there. My name's Brian Haley. I am the producer of Church Juice, where we are energizing church communications. We provide free resources to help support you and your church as you connect with your congregation and your community. And obviously, the church website is a big part of that. So in this church website review series, we have taken a look at so far 7 different church websites from across the United States and Canada. And today we wrap up by looking at one more church website, Central Church in Tennessee. Let me throw up the website just so you can see that if you want to head there. And I'm also going to, as I have in all the previous videos as well, share my screen with you so you see what I see and we're kind of journeying through this together. If you have comments to add, feedback that you would like to add about this website or about your own or just your own ideas, feel free to add a comment. You can also join the discussion in our Facebook group. And we would love to continue this discussion as we all try to improve our church websites, energizing communications, serving our congregations, meeting the needs of our people better. So let me throw up this screen real quick. There you go. And you don't want me. Let me get rid of all these other things that you see up here. Maybe if I can remember every week. I forget how to do this stuff. I'm sorry. All right, here we are. This is obviously the Church Juice website. Let me put in centralchurch.com is where we're going. All right, and you can see here. Let me change how I'm listed here. Because there's a lot on this left side, I just want to change the screen a little bit so that you can see exactly what I see here too, just as we talk about this little section here. So the first thing that I notice when I come to Central Church's website is I love the background video here. I did notice it started with an image of the building, which we've talked about in previous reviews. I would love to see people first, right? Right here, you can see the church building. Obviously, that is part of your church, but I love that there are elements of people, elements of Sunday, of worship. Here's preaching. I saw music, people doing life, doing worship, doing ministry together, doing church together. So I love seeing that, and I think that's a great first impression. A great kind of background welcome video for people to see as they come to the website. Let me click out of this little banner about construction. We don't need that right now. I do notice this popped up and I closed out real quick. On this lower left side, you have just this little plus icon. And there was a pop-up here that said, basically this right here, prayer request. So asking people if they have a prayer request. So this is an easy way to, I assume, send in your prayer request or probably get information about baptism. So that's kind of a cool little feature that you don't see too often on church websites, but it's also a good way to drive engagement through prayer requests. There are other ways that you can use that tool from Nucleus as well. So I love that. Now let's focus on some other areas. Let's go down just a little bit. This next section, I see just this little kind of divider section. I see gather, give, grow, go. I'm assuming that's your mission, your vision. I love this video here. I'm assuming, I'm not going to play it just for time and all of that. But I assume this is a welcome video kind of from your pastor, introducing the church, welcoming guests to the website to be part of the church as well. The content here is pretty simple. Enjoy community around God's word. I'm guessing that's part of your mission, but it is something that if I'm coming to your church website, community, God's word, those are good things that are easy to connect with as well. And that the headings here are pretty simple. So check out a message from our pastors, right? And you have 2 clear calls to action, which makes sense for this section. Plan a visit, because this is assumedly a first-time person or a potential guest coming to your website. So a page for information about visitors, right? And then meet our team. This video is a message from the pastors. And so it would make sense that someone might be interested to learn more about the staff or about the team, the pastors. And then going back to the top, that first, enjoy community. So then you talk about connecting in a biblical community, right? And so you highlight here I see 4 cards, essentially 4 little call outs, whatever. The first one is Sunday worship. You have children's ministry. Then you have all ministries. Then you have adult classes and groups. So this is obviously pretty Sunday centric as a website. Even if I recall, up at the top, we have, every Sunday, these are the times you can watch live. Here we talk about Sunday worship, children's ministry with a picture of what's going on Sunday, ministries. This looks like it would be taking place on a Sunday, but I'm guessing because it's in all ministries that it's not, but you can make the connection there. And then classes and groups. I would love to see too, another thing that you could connect here is people care about Sunday, of course. Families, parents care about children's ministry. Adults may care about classes, groups, ways that they can learn more. But I think one thing that a lot of churches do is we don't emphasize our community connections or our mission connections, global missions. And so I think that might be something that a first-time visitor does care about. And so that's something that you may want to consider, but that could also be under this all ministries section too. And then the next section is I don't know if this is a whole service or
Good morning, church.
I'm not going to play it, but from that 2-second clip, it sounded like it's the whole service. So this must be just a recent service. Maybe it's last Sunday. I'm not sure. But it says preview one of our worship services. So someone can watch right there. I would think that here, because you have 2 calls to action in these other sections, you may want to have a sermon archive or that watch live again could be an option. Here we come back to worshiping on Sunday. Again, this is where a picture of the building does make sense when we're talking about where we're gathering, right? You have the address here. These aren't clickable. I take that back. The email is clickable. The phone number is not. So that's something that you could make clickable or make a URL. And then this directions takes you out to Google Maps so someone can easily get directions. I think here you could, again, link to add a call to action to plan your visit or register your kids or something like that too. And then you have coming up at Central. So just kind of highlighting a few things that come up in the weeks ahead. I'm going to guess that this probably syncs with your church management or however you're organizing your church calendar. If it's not, then that's probably quite a bit of work to make sure that this is updated all the time. So for some churches, that may be something that you want to consider, whether you can integrate your database church management system or however you organize your events and calendars, if that can integrate with your website, or if it's important enough where that's something that you want to be updating all the time. Sometimes it is, sometimes it's not. And then, of course, the footer here. I would add for this footer just one note that I would say the contrast could be improved a little bit. The dark text over the image, for some people, may be hard to read. So that might be something that you want to just take a look at and consider how you could make that a little bit easier for some people. I think next I'd like to go to the Plan Your Visit page. That's one thing that I really like about this website. Central, you are doing a great job keeping the calls to action on your homepage simple. You have one main call to action, and that's Plan Your Visit. And then in different sections, you have a secondary call to action that applies to the content around the button, around the call to action. So watching a service, meeting our team. I can't remember what else, but so I think that you did a really great job on that. And because everything there on your homepage is obviously geared toward, primarily geared toward first-time visitors or people who have little to no experience with your church, you are pointing people to learn more, to get more information about how they can visit your church on Sunday. So here we are. This is the Plan Your Visit page. Again, this is that same heading that we had at on the homepage. That's cool. I like seeing consistency there. You have an image in the background of people, which again is a great thing to have. The more you can integrate images of real people in your church, the better. Again, I think I've probably said this every week, but the visuals, photos, video, it gives a lot more weight to the words that you say about who your church is and how your church kind of does church, because people can see it. So yeah. So we have, what do I need to know? That's great. What are the fundamentals? What are the basic things that I need to know before I decide if I'm coming on Sunday? Just reading this first sentences, we have two identical services at 9:15 and 11. I would probably add something about it being on Sunday. I know it's up here, it's in other places, but for someone who doesn't know, just the more you can spell that out, the better. We have activities and programs for your kids, and you can visit the ministries page to learn more. I would say that these two sentences, is that right? 3 sentences, don't really answer this question. So yes, you have 2 identical services. They're at 9:15 and 11. Why would I want to attend one or the other? What else do I need to know? Where do kids go? What do I wear? I'm sure some of these get answered, but the very basics, what do I need to know? I don't feel like this really answers that. You could even go, we have 2 identical services at 9:15 and 11. Here's what Sunday looks like. You walk in, there's kids here. The service starts with this, then we do this, then we do this, etc. Of course, I should have read this next section first before I probably said that. What does your weekly service look like? So you talk a little bit about how the service looks. So going back to this top section, what do I need to know? Maybe what you can do here as I scroll through. Again, I'm unpacking this for the first time with the rest of you. So maybe this is where you could add, I like having the basic information there. What do I need to know? Like, what is the fundamentals? That's what I need to know right away, right? But you could also link to the questions, the headings, so that they jump down below. So we have 2 identical services at 9:15 and 11. Here's what Sunday looks like. Here's what, whatever is next. All right, so you talk about the services. They last about 80 minutes. Here's a video. What do I wear? Where do I park? These are all great questions that people are asking. What do you have for kids? So you have information here about kids. I would love to see something like pre-registration, something like that would be awesome here. Trying to think through, trying to think through how to make this flow a little bit, because I love this question. What do I need to know? Um, I don't think that this answers it. I do think that your subsequent uh, questions or sections do answer what a person needs to know. And so that maybe that means that this should be like a H1 or a heading one, and that these other questions should be a heading two to create like a visual hierarchy a little bit better. Maybe that would be helpful. All right. Then we have the same little section with directions. We talked about that. I'm interested why you chose to have an FAQ section separate from the top section. I do notice that at least one's repeated. Where should I park? Is the same. Where do I park? So I'm curious why they're separated and what that's for, or the intention there. I also think that some of these could be answered in those paragraphs above, but maybe you have a different purpose for this, and so that could be defined a little bit better. Yeah, and then you have more sermons here where someone can watch. So I think that's pretty great. What I have noticed here is we have the same call to action that we had on the homepage. So on the homepage, the call to action was to plan your visit. Now I'm on the plan your visit page, and the call to action is still plan your visit. And so when you click plan your visit on the plan your visit page, it takes you out of the website. It takes you out of the website to a digital connect card. I would love to see, I see you're using Text in Church for your digital connect card, which is great. They're a great service. But you also have this little button, this little pop up here. I think this would be a great space to use that digital connect card. So I would kind of rethink this. I didn't go through the questions on the digital connect card, so I don't know what exactly you were asking. Obviously, name and contact information, hopefully it's pretty basic. But if someone's planning their visit, I would want some sort of differentiation between the plan your visit page and the connect card, because I think I'm on the plan my visit page. So why would I click this again? Because that's what this page is supposed to be doing, right? Is helping me plan my visit. So this may be like, let us know that you're coming, or pre-register again, like your kids, or reserve your seat, something like that. I think that you could do that on this page, and that could work as a next step. But I would change up these buttons a little bit. So I hope that's helpful. One more thing that I've mentioned in several of these website reviews is thinking through the menu navigation and how that works. I love that plan your visit is highlighted, and it's this last one. So it's something that people will notice, which is great. But I would love to see the rest of these menu items simplified a little bit. What is the path that you want people to take? How do they learn more? What does the process look like for deeper engagement, both with your website and with your church? And think through your navigation, your menu items like that. So yeah, I hope that's helpful. If you have any questions about Central Church's website, about your own website, feel free to reach out to me. I'm happy to walk through your website with you, even though we're not doing it live on YouTube. I love helping churches. That's what I do. So feel free to reach out to me. You can Always find me on, of course, the Church Juice website, churchjuice.com, on our social media platforms, or you can send me an email, info@churchjuice.com. And I hope that that throughout this series you have left each review encouraged and maybe with some ideas about your own church website, about how you can improve it, or maybe you find that you're doing things pretty well on your own. So I hope that you are encouraged today, and know that I am your biggest fan. I'm cheering you on, and I'm here to serve you. So reach out if there's anything that I can do. All right, have a great day.